Hey y'all. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at a question that I've been asked recently after a couple of these videos that we've made and mentioned something about tapping. And so somebody asked, well, what is tapping and how do you use it? And is it better self or guided? So we're going to look at those questions and try to break it down a little bit today. So tapping is also known as emotional freedom technique, or EFT. And it's just a powerful, simple method that combines ancient Chinese acupressure with neuroscience and modern psychology in order to address emotional and physical distress. So the idea behind tapping is that emotional trauma or negative emotions disrupt the body's energy system, and that creates blockages or imbalances. And so by physically tapping on these specific meridian points on the body, similar to those used in acupuncture and acupressure, you can clear these energy blocks. And by doing that, you reduce the intensity of these negative emotions like anxiety, fear, pain, for smokers, cravings. And so tapping is used for things like this. And it's highly effective because it works on both a physical and an emotional level. So as you tap, you verbally acknowledge the issues that you're working on, bringing it to surface, while the physical tapping helps to calm the body's fight or flight response. This sends signals to the brain that it's safe to relax, which can often lead to an emotional release or a shift in perspective on the issue that you're addressing. So how do you use tapping effectively? Well, first, you want to identify the issue. So think about a specific emotional or physical issue that you'd like to address. This could be anxiety, it could be fear of failure, it could be a traumatic memory that you've been dealing with, it could be a limiting belief that you've placed on yourself or other people have placed on you. And note the intensity of this emotion, this feeling, on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being not a problem at all, 10 being the most intense. And once you do that, then you'll create a setup statement. This is a phrase that you use while tapping that acknowledges the issue and allows you to accept yourself despite it. For example, with a smoker, they would use the phrase, even though I'm feeling these cravings, I choose to love and accept myself. Or with anxiety, even though I'm feeling anxious about this, whatever it is you're feeling anxious about, I choose to love and accept myself. Or something similar, whatever the issue is that you're dealing with. And then you'll want to tap on the meridians. So while repeating this setup statement and the focusing issue, then you begin to tap on the meridian points. There's some points on the hand, and there's some points down the body, and that we work with, that I will teach you and show you how to use, which ones to use, which ones we don't necessarily need for the work that we do, because there's so many different points on there that we found that a limited number of those points seem to be more effective than having to go through and memorize a whole lot of meridian points to use. And so once you learn which meridian points are best for the issues that you're working on, you begin to tap on those while making the different statements that will work out for you in your specific situation. And then after you run through a round or course of tapping, then notice that intensity level again on that scale of 0 to 10, and notice how it's decreased. So say you were feeling anxious about having to give a presentation at the office, and so you run through a course of tapping. At the beginning, you are at a 8, so you are pretty high on that level of stress and anxiety. You run through a course of tapping, it drops it down to a 5. And it only takes about 30 to 90 seconds to run through a course of tapping. So you drop it down to a 5, and that's still not at a comfortable level for you. So you run through a course of tapping again, and you drop it down from a 5 to a 2, which in your situation is acceptable, and it's a situation that you've got that level down to where you can operate as efficient, easy for you to say, right, efficiently and effectively as possible. And so you want to run through and drop that level down to where it is acceptable to you. So then the question is self-tapping or guided tapping. The cool thing about it is you can use tapping on your own. And I teach you how here in the office. Most of my clients, I've taught some form of tapping strategies to help them with their situations when they're not in the office. So it is something that you can use by yourself without any guided help. You know, I'm willing to guide and help you, but once you learn the pattern and learn the phrases, then you can most assuredly use this on your own. And so it's helpful when you feel this emotional or physical discomfort in the moment. Tapping can be used to provide immediate relief. Now, if you're dealing with some more complex or deeply ingrained issues like trauma or generational patterns that are built or long-term stress or PTSD, then working with a guide like a clinical hypnotherapist can be invaluable in helping, because we're going to use more than just the tapping modalities to help you get to those underlying issues. And a trained guide can help you pinpoint these core issues and give you some tools and techniques to reframe those beliefs and hold space for this deeper emotional healing that might be difficult for you to achieve on your own. So in either situation, self-tapping or guided tapping, the most important thing is to trust the process and be consistent. Even if you find results aren't immediate, tapping regularly can help release those layers of emotional charge over time, kind of like peeling an onion. A lot of times these issues are built in layer upon layer. And so incorporating a tapping regimen into your daily routine can help to lead to lasting relief and healing. Hope this helped. And if you have any other questions on tapping or anything else about hypnosis, NLP, and other healing modalities, I'll be happy to answer them. See you in the next video.